Hey everyone, welcome to episode 7 of A Drop of Sunshine. I'm Daphne DeLorean, and today we're talking about counting down versus living life abundantly. Purpose exists in everything and everyone. If you're listening to this right now, you're gifted with a beating heart and a very particular purpose. We were all created uniquely with gifts and talents no one else on this earth has, and one of the biggest tragedies is passing through this life without meaning or purpose. Most of us are influenced by family, friends, or other relationships on what we're supposed to do with our life or who we're supposed to be. This affects our careers, hobbies, and relationships. I don't have all the answers, but my mission is to help bring you truth and closer to your purpose, one drop at a time. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 7 of A Drop of Sunshine. I'm so happy you're here. We've had 6 episodes so far. My heart is overflowing, bursting with love. I appreciate each one of you who have reached out, wrote me, emailed me. Thank you so much. This is confirmation that I made the right moves to start this podcast. So thank you all so much. Today we're talking about something I'm very passionate about. And if you've followed me for any time, you may know what this is. And it's about the countdown life. This is something that we need to talk about more. So I want to talk about it with you. If I could count the number of times I hear countdowns in a single day when I was working, not anymore because I'm home with Noah and I'm with Josh, but when I was working in the corporate world, if I could count the number of times I heard a countdown in a single day, counting down until Friday, dreading Monday, not even counting down until Friday, like counting down the end of the workday, or counting down until lunch break, or counting down for that 1 or 2 vacations a year. It was like crazy. I really wish I took tallies of this because everybody surrounding me in the corporate world were constantly counting down, never living in the present moment, dreading Monday and repeating it. So they would start Monday and just cry because it was Monday and then work their way until Friday to drink away the weekend so they don't have to think about Monday and then repeat it, like wishing the last 5 days of their life to be over, drinking in the weekend, and then not even wanting to think about the next 5 days of their life. And I'm going to be honest, I fell into this at times myself, but this is not okay. This is not how we were created. How has this become normal? And how have we accepted this? Almost like taking this countdown life and sweeping it under the rug. Because if you are at your job, let's say we start working at 18 years old, okay? That's even kind of on the earlier side. 18 maybe average. I think I started actually when I was 16 years old. I was a waitress starting out. I used to serve burgers on the beach in South Florida. Actually, I did have a job before that. I was a hostess at Duffy's. So shout out to Duffy's. Okay, we're backtrack here. So getting sidetracked. 18 years old, you start working. 18, and then you retire, 65? I'm not sure if that's the exact retirement age. Give or take, let's say 65. If you hate your Monday every single Monday through that time span, think about how many years you are living a dreaded life. And then you retire? And then you die. Like you're going to die. We're all going to die. But can you say that you lived life abundantly, or were you at your work for a paycheck? Because here's the thing. Today, we don't have an excuse. Maybe back in the day, okay, it's a little bit harder. Now, what we have available to us, folks, we got social media. Do you know what a blessing that is? What an opportunity that is to do something you love? So if you figure out what you love and do the thing, the money will come. You just got to figure out how to make the money by doing that. But it's really possible. I think a lot of us get stuck in this security zone, and then all these thoughts of fear come at us, and we just stay complacent. There's a subconscious in your subconscious mind, there's this thing that you don't like change. But if you don't change, if you don't make a move, you can't expect to have any change that you want. Does that make sense? So, for example, I just left my job at NBC in Nashville, a point I worked my whole life to get to. But it was not a sustainable life for my family or myself. That was one point. And another point was I had, this passion because of seeing people surrounding me in this countdown life. And it was almost this epiphany moment where I was like, whoa, people need help. God did not create us to live for Friday, dreading Monday every single week. Now, I'm not saying every single day is going to be sunshine, even if you're doing something you love. Don't get me wrong here. I'm talking about every single week, like when Sunday comes and your stomach hurts and you don't want to think about tomorrow and you get sad. That's a sign, that's a red flag that you probably need to change something. But I'm going to challenge you, because friends challenge each other. You have to make a change, and you have to stop making excuses. And I'm not saying overnight, just leave your job. Okay, don't do that. You need to make sure you have an income. But if you can start planning, or maybe doing some hard work in the front of it and having a little side something and working that up, or exploring. Maybe you're saying, Daphne, I hate my job, but I don't know what to do. Well, sometimes that takes exploring. You got to try things. You try things you like and try things maybe you don't like, and you may be surprised. That's just my advice. Take it or leave it. So I should add something here, and I have to add, when you are living in sync with who God created you to be, when you are in line with your purpose, using your gifts and talents, serving other people, that significantly diminishes that countdown calculator. And what I've noticed is a lot of people are impacted since childhood of what they're supposed to do and who they're supposed to be. And they live that way their whole life, and they never feel fulfilled because there are major distractions in our life. And I'm going to name a few for you right now. Money, that's a big one. Fame, that's a big one. Status. People want and seek the approval of other people. And whether it's your mother who told you to be a doctor, or your father who told you to be an engineer, or you're just trying to fit in or gain this approval from people that you don't even know and don't even care about you. And then you go for these high-paying jobs because you think, that's what you're supposed to do because that's what society says. And then this person gets there, but they're not fulfilled. So then they jump to the next thing and they're not fulfilled. And they jump to the next thing when they need to say, hold up, I need to take a couple steps back. And for me, seek God, get in my quiet place, distractions, push those away, get away from the noise, and really ask God, where am I now? And what is my next step? And what do you want from me? How can I please you in this life? Why am I alive? Why did you give me a breath and a freaking beating heart? Like, if you really take a moment to think about that, you are alive, listening to my voice because God gave you ears and a beating heart and a brain to process words, and you're not plugged into any outlet. Isn't that crazy? I may be sounding crazy right now, but I think about this stuff all the time. I'm like, whoa, like I'm alive for a very particular reason and a very special purpose. Like for God to give me a beating heart in this season, the biggest lie you can tell yourself is I'm not significant, because you are. You are one in a billion, and you have a very particular and special purpose this world needs from you. It is your duty. What is your purpose? You have to, when you are at your deathbed, one day it's going to happen. And I've heard this before. I've heard of interviews, of elderly, and did they regret their life? Like, what would they have done differently? Because this is going to happen one day, if not sooner. Tomorrow's never promised. And you're going to ask yourself, did I do everything? Did I live my purpose to its full potential? Is there anything I would have done differently? And I almost challenge you to do that right now. Like, close your eyes and maybe pretend like you are in that moment, as scary as that may be for some of us right now. But let's be real. This is a place where we kind of get real. And if the answer is not what you want, where do you need to change to strive for that? And what if you looked at your life from God's perspective, your creator, watching you with the purpose he gave you at its full potential? I've been visualizing that lately, like closing my eyes and seeing myself on a stage with a microphone and, reaching out to all these people and helping them. And my purpose is different than your purpose. That's what makes the world go round. That's God loves seeing us in our different roles and living in sync with us, or I should say, me living in sync with me and you living in sync with you. Because if you're not, something's always going to feel off and unfulfilling. So anything that comes in the way of this, my friend, you gotta be good at discerning and swiping left. I used that in my previous episode, swiping left. I think swiping left. Swiping right means you accept it. We don't accept it. So swipe left. When thoughts of fear come at you, when thoughts of defeat come at you, when thoughts of regret and your past come at you, that is a roadblock to your future and your purpose, and that is too big of a cost. So, what does that look like for you? That's my question to you. Are you in sync with your purpose? Are you in a place that is not in the countdown life, or are you living exactly what I'm talking about? The whole countdown till Friday, dreading Monday. Are you there? You have one life. You don't have a second chance. I promise you, every single person has one life. And there's 24 hours in a day. So that's something that every single person, no matter what place you are in your life, no matter how rich, no matter how poor, no matter what your age is, we are all gifted 24 hours in one single day. And the beautiful part about that is every single day is a brand new slate. And in one moment, you can decide. You have that ability. Isn't that crazy? You have the ability to decide in one moment you're going to change. And to not let those thoughts of fear come and those distractions, because the duty you have for other people and to living a purpose-driven life is a big responsibility. You don't want to regret that. That's why I'm being a little hard on you right now. But one more thing to point out with all of this is, when you are counting down, that not only instills negativity within yourself and you not living in the present moment, but it's contagious energy for everyone around you. So I remember when I was working and people around me, when they were saying, oh, I can't wait for the show to be over. 2 more hours, 1 more hour. Oh, I can't wait till it's Friday. Oh, my vacation. It told me point blank, I don't want to be here right now. And when you're with somebody who doesn't want to be there right now, like there's no worse feeling. Like, hey, we're here right now, we're working, and you don't want to be here. And then that ripple effects. Then other people say, oh yeah, I know, only 2 more hours. And then it's like this contagious ball of energy and nobody wants to be there, so nobody's living in the present moment. But what if you're there for a very special reason? And what if you're there to be the light? What if you're there, maybe you're not going to be at this place forever, but right now you're there. And instead of saying, why? I get to be here. I'm healthy. I'm making a paycheck. Like there's always things you can focus on with gratitude. And I think gratitude is the medication for all of this. Like counting your blessings changes your perspective, changes your mind, changes your mood, and it ripple effects for the rest of your day as well. So I want to challenge you wherever you are, instead of counting down, ask different questions. What am I learning? How am I growing? What is the next step? What does this person need from me? And what am I here for a positive reason? So not like self-victimization and complaining and dreading. And if you're in that place and you can't shake it off, what do you have to change? What do you have to change to live a life of abundance, which is what we're called to do? We're called to live life abundantly. And when you are in sync with your purpose, it comes naturally. And that, my friend, is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And ultimately, God is the only one who can truly reveal this to you. There are definitely things in life that, I can sit down with you, we can talk about childhood influences, we can talk about gifts and talents, and it can kind of help you gear in a closer direction to what your purpose is. But ultimately, it's like you getting alone and getting with God and asking Him to show you in a very real way what that next step looks like and what you need to be doing to live a fulfilled life, so that one day you can answer with a big smile on your face. And that is my hope for each and every one of you. All right, my friends, if you got something out of this message, I would truly appreciate a star, a comment, even a review. That would mean the world to me. And by the way, if you like A Drop of Sunshine and it's bringing value to your life, consider becoming a patron. By becoming a patron, you'll get personalized monthly videos from me directly to you. So super excited about this, just starting this. You can do that by going to patreon.com/A Drop of Sunshine. That is patreon.com/A Drop of Sunshine. I'll also put that link under the show description notes, so you can catch that there as well. Of course, you can catch me on Instagram, you can catch me on Facebook, and if you haven't already subscribed to my daphnedeloren.com website, you can definitely do that as well. Thank you all for listening. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I love and appreciate each one of you.